Howdy folks, welcome back to another video here from the 12 gauge reloading bench. Today we're doing a 10 pellet double-aught buck load with the CB 1138, a mild charge of Hodgdon Longshot, Cheddite primers, and some once fired Browning holes. We're using our homemade buckshot. Some of it was tumbled for maybe 4 hours, some was tumbled for over 24 hours. So it's a good mix of all the good and bad. Anyways, we're going to be loading about 1 1/4 ounce of this with 10 pellets. So let's get into it. So if you're new to shot shell loading, this is the Lee Load-All. It's usually used for bird shot, but today we're still going to be using almost every stage except dumping powder and coming in with our shot there. So we have our buckshot here and pouring powder with the Lyman Brass Smith. Shout out to MCK for the awesome powder measure stand there. I've just got some lead ingots to keep it from tipping, and that's pretty solid right there. So that's dumping our powder charge for us. Let's go ahead and get started. So here's our Browning 12 gauge hole. You got to start with your sizing ring. The ring goes on the upper side of it. And we'll just bring down our first stage here. It's going to punch out our spent primer and then resize the base of the hole. This way it'll be able to chamber into anybody's gun. Now we have to put a new primer down here and then guide this down. What's going to happen next, we're going to kick off our sizing ring and then reprime. There we go. This is now free. Then you can see the bottom of our brass here. Brass in quotation marks, of course, because it's actually just steel. But you can see how it's been resized, and now we'll be able to chamber it in our guns, even though it was once fired in someone else's gun. Come over here to the Brass Smith powder measure. That fits in there nicely, actually. Dump our charge. Very nice. We'll set this in here and get ready to add in our wad. What your wad is doing here is sealing off the powder, so that'll create a gas seal when it ignites. That way it can build to proper pressure levels and actually come out the barrel where you want it. So that's a nice fit there. We'll go ahead with our 10 pellets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there we are, we're stacked up by twos, 5 levels high. That gives us our 10 pellets. And this looks like it was a 6-ring crimp. So we're gonna come onto the back station here. And I believe you want the point facing at you on this one. I could be wrong, this one might be screwed up. Let's have a look here. Okay, that looks totally all right. Going for the crimp. And that's just about perfect. No deformation of our hole on the body. Our crimp is holding tight, although this side looks a little squishy compared to here. I think that'll work out just fine. Let's hit it again just to make sure. And there we go. There's our first one with these Browning holes. We'll run the rest and we'll see you here in a minute. Well, these don't take hardly any time at all except to count out the actual pellets. And I think these turned out very nicely, actually. We have a very slight bulge you can see there, but you don't really feel a whole lot. I'll go ahead and cycle them through the gun just to make sure. And our crimps there looking pretty good. None of these are backing out on us. And another good job with Lee Load-All. So there we go, another episode with the 12 gauge, running the clay busters, trying out the Hodgdon Longshot into our second 100 primers here. And there we go, there's 3 more with the double-aught buck, 10 pellets. Heck yeah, brother, can't wait to get those out and test them out. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.